everyone. Welcome to our Daddy
Daughter
podcast. I am Aurelian, the daughter.
And Flavian, the daddy.
Yay! Welcome to this episode. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah, we are on a roll. We've done, this is our 5th episode.
Yep.
Actually. I believe you guys have been catching up on our past episodes. You know, there's some really good stuff in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go watch. And
Don't miss out.
Yep. And let us know what you think about what we are doing.
Yeah.
We are really excited.
So far, we are getting very good feedback. Even though, like, right now, most of the people who are watching our podcast, they know us. We are getting good feedback from our friends. So if you're out there and you don't know us and you're like now joining this channel, please leave the comments. We'll check them out and we'll take what you're saying into consideration.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we doing today? What are we talking about?
Today's topic is very exciting. We want to ask ourselves, should daughters be friends with their dads? Yeah, and this is a very, let me say, touchy subject, because when it comes from the point of parenting, most of the parents will say, your kids are not supposed to be your friends. You know, you're the parent. You're supposed to be, you know, the guide. You're supposed to be responsible for your kids. You're supposed to be, you know, guiding them on what they need to do, what they need, how they grow, provide for them.
Yeah.
So there is no space for friendship. It's like a military
business.
Yeah, you know, you discipline your kids.
Yeah.
You tell them this is the trajectory I want you to follow.
Yeah.
But well, I can give you an example of myself. You know, when it comes to friendship with my daughter, I was very intentional about that. I wanted to be her friend, because that one was going to open up a lot of other possibilities just in the way we relate.
Yeah.
So, are we friends?
I think we are good friends. You thought I was gonna say we are not friends.
You know, you sounded like you're not sure about that.
When it comes to daddy-daughter relationship and friendship, I don't think there's a hard and fast rule about the relationship, about the friendship. It just depends on how intentional you are with your dad. On my side, I just think, it's how intentional you are with your dad to make it work. And it's also depends with how you want the relationship to be. It's just about building a strong relationship, a respectable relationship. And that way it will just evolve into a friendship. And I think that's what happened to us.
Yes, I think ours was a bit easier because just the way we took off, you know, and my style of parenting, if I can go that direction.
It was easier on your side.
Okay.
Continue. I'll back up my statement.
Yes, it was easier because my style of parenting is sort of cuts in between authoritative and also a little bit of indulgence. So, you know, the way we solve our problems, I was open to let's solve our problems together.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always what daddy says goes or what you say goes. So I need to listen to you, you need to listen to me. And again, when it comes to other matters, you know, there was open communication, or rather there is open communication.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have rules, and those rules are not like, you know, cast on stone. If you don't do this, then the consequences are these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are sort of what you said earlier, like soft rules. Where if you are not following this rule, then you need to explain to me the reason.
Yeah.
And then from there, we can go ahead and, you know, get to understand each other and probably continue building on that rule, you know, and make sure the consequences are softer. But I needed to build, your self-esteem and for you to know your self-worth, such that when you go out there, you don't come from a very, what you guys call a soft life. You don't, you don't come from a very soft background, such that when you're hit by the life shows you
dust. You're just
dust
like, what is this?
Yeah, you get surprised.
That's what I'm saying. I was saying it was easier on you, or it is easier. No, it was easier on you, because for me, I felt like on my side it was a bit hard. You had your own way of parenting. You already knew how things will go, or you had planned how you wanted the things to go. But when coming in, I also had my own way of how parenting should look like. So I came in knowing I follow your rules, that's it. If it's take water, you take water, you don't question. Or when you question, you have to be very careful on how you're questioning to why I need to take water. So it was a bit, for me, I thought it would be very strict. I didn't think of friendship, because at first I knew, if it's your parent, there's no in between. I'm your parent. I will tell you to do things. You agree. I pay your school fees. You go to school. I tell you, you must work hard. You must pass. And that's it. I work hard. So I didn't have an in between. I just knew it is like this and like this. Not in between. Not friendship. Not joking. On the rules, like what I need to follow. For example, in my upbringing, I knew rules are rules. You have to follow them. When they tell you this, you have to follow. Like, you have to do it. There's no in between. So, for example, if I'm going out, it was like you need to be at home by 6. So that was the harder rule, or rather the just constant rule. If you're coming at home, make sure 6 is kupata nje. But now the rules are a bit softer. Like now, if you're going out and you know you're getting late, please let me know. It's not about you're letting me know so that because it's a rule you have to be in the house, so you have to explain yourself. No, for safety reasons, you have to say by the I'm coming home late, or this is happening, so that for the safety, like for your own safety, and also to just make your parent be comfortable. Wajwe, when you're out there, you're okay.
Yeah, that is very important, because as parents, we are supposed to be responsible to our kids. And the responsibility even becomes bigger when our kids are daughters. And then when they are growing up, I think some of the things, keep on changing. At a very small age, the kids will not even understand what friendship is. But I think at your age right now, you understand that, to be a friend to your dad means that, you can be able to sit down with me and have a conversation where you feel it is safe. It's a safe space, if I can use that buzzword.
Yeah.
And I provide security so that you can be having that really firm foundation where there is a man who can never let you down when it comes to things like being responsible for you.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back to that security story. Growing up, I knew my dad was this tough guy, and he could not be touched. So that's how we grew up knowing our parents. And I can give you a little story where, like my sisters, again, used to go out, and they get late. And there's a time, I don't know what they did wrong, actually. And then what happened was when they got home, they really got a thorough whooping. Like, my mom acted on them seriously. And I was little. And here I am thinking, why is my mom beating, literally battering my big sisters? And I got so disappointed with that. And guess what I did? I took a small, I think it was just a small piece of wood or something. And I started beating my mom and asking her, why are you beating my sisters?
How old were you?
I don't even remember, but I was little. And I didn't even understand how it's such a, it's so bad.
Yeah.
To actually lay your hands on your parent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and later we laughed about it. My sisters also, they know when I was a kid, I was really a ball full of energy. I've always been fearless, but even when I was a kid, it was even
worse.
It was scary. My sisters used to be scared. They thought I can just.
I think that's where you got there's like us sitting down, the concept of us sitting down and just talking our issues. For me, I was not used to being listened to.
Okay.
Like, we don't discuss.
Yeah.
But right now, we can actually sit down and discuss, and you ask me, how are you feeling about this? So what do you think we should try do? What is working for you? And I'm just like, wow. What should work for me? It should be what works for you, then I'll follow to just make sure you're comfortable. Not me being comfortable, but just to know what works for you. Sawa, we are gonna go with that. But right now it's a bit healthy.
Yeah.
We discuss, like, now I'm hard. I think it has made me even more confident out there because I'll speak my mind. I'll say how I'm feeling. It will be easier. It is easier, not it will be easier. It is easier now because now I can speak my mind. I think that's really good, and that's why I think I advocate for daughters and their dads to be friends. It helps a lot.
Yeah, I like the fact that we have our own, parent, dad-daughter parliament.
Yeah.
We're able to put issues on the table.
On the table and table the issues.
Yeah. And like your mom says, sometimes we have very difficult conversations.
Yeah.
And those difficult conversations, they're really nice because they have given you what I can call as a nice foundation for self-respect. So when you go out there, you know your self-worth. You cannot just be, being, let me say, like rolling with the wind.
Yeah, because I know at home they listen to me.
Yes.
I know when I say something, it will be considered. They'll listen to me. But now, if no one listens to me at home, then I go out there, I'll not be able to even talk to people or open up to someone. Or if I see something happening that I don't like, I won't be able to open up about it because I just be like, no one listens to me. At home, they don't listen to me. So it becomes hard. You have to be a very strong person to just go out there and speak your mind, even if your parents are very strict on you. And speaking of respect and boundaries, do you think we should be having boundaries to keep our friendship healthier? Or do you think we should be having boundaries to just keep our relationship healthier? Or which boundaries are there that are guiding us?
So I am a very highly responsive parent, and what that means is I'm highly involved with almost everything you do.
A bit too much?
Yeah, I want to know, did you get to campus? Safely?
So what happened?
Yeah.
After class, what did you eat?
Yes.
Who are you sitting with? Okay, so when you're walking to the bus park, who are you with?
Yeah.
So
yeah, so I want to know all that information.
The details.
Yes, so sometimes the boundary gets a little bit blurry, but yes, it's good to have boundaries because that also breeds respect between us. And then you are able to know when dad says this, or for example, when I say no to you, or when I say something that you're not expecting me to say, then you understand, wow, dad is serious.
And
when he says,
we mean business.
We mean business. Yeah. So I like that part. So it's important to have boundaries Because again, you realize when there are no boundaries and when there is no respect, sometimes the other things cropping, you know,
Yeah.
you can find yourself telling me some things that probably you're not supposed to tell me, or saying things in a certain way that you're not supposed to say.
Yeah.
And that's why even during when we talked about, you can watch the episode for the rules of the house. There is though that rule where we are supposed to be kind to one another, we are supposed to be considerate, and we are supposed to respect one another. So sometimes if you say something to me, or even your mom, I will, and I feel that was rude, or it was inappropriate, then I will instantly just tell you, I think that was rude, you need to apologize, and the next time try use this kind of words.
Do better.
Yeah, but I want you to be responsible and accountable for everything you do. Therefore, when I'm pushing for those boundaries and the respect again, I am not going to push you to the edge, because this is not a prison. We are living in a household where there is love. And basically, why I advocate for friendship between me and you, it's because you need to have that firm foundation which is based on, love, and you can also have some, again, self-respect.
Okay.
Yeah, and we grow your self-esteem.
Okay. Speaking about respect, I think the disadvantage of being friends with your parents or your dad, for me, it's been a lot. Like, we become very free with each other, such that sometimes I'll speak without even thinking about it. Like, I'll think we are just having a conversation, or I'll think we are discussing, then I'll be giving you my points and you're giving me your points. I'm busy arguing. In my head, I'm just like, yeah, we are having a healthy conversation. We are arguing about this. We are just, I'm showing you my way and you're showing me your way. Then later, I'm just like, oopsie, that was not very healthy. And for some reasons, I end up offending my parents because I didn't know where to put the boundaries. I didn't know where the boundaries should be, because now we are too friendly with each other. I can say whatever I want to say, and from a third party, it will be like, what's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Or when I'm sitting down and thinking, analyzing the conversation, then I'm like, okay, what was wrong with me? I should have left it at that point. Or, yeah, I should have gotten to this point. I didn't have to continue pushing my point. So that's the one disadvantage I think we have with being friends. Yeah.
And I think it's because one of the reasons is I wanted our friendship to be based on trust and support. So you trust me to, taking everything that you're telling me. And also I trust myself, or I trust you to taking everything I tell you. But I think from where we stand, not I think.
From where you sit, actually.
From where I sit. Yeah, sometimes you will get passionate about the conversation or the argument or just the debate. And then you will go a little bit off. And then it turns out that your dad is the sensitive part.
Yeah.
Type. I am the sensitive type, so I get a little bit offended, and you're thinking, oh my goodness. But the thing is, you see, as a parent, I think when we come out as a bit vulnerable, it actually not good for our kids, because they start wondering, okay,
my dad is a softie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, your dad is not a softie. He's just,
wanting,
yeah. So it's also showing you, you can come out there and be vulnerable and be able to get out of that situation and excel. Yeah.
So how key is communication to us?
I think I keep on saying I think.
I also feel like I'm saying I think a lot. And also when you're talking, you don't look at me.
Oh, okay. So
I keep looking at you, and you never look at me at any point in these conversations. I'm not liking it. People will be wondering, why is she looking at the dad a bit too much?
Yes, okay.
I'm just like, when we're having a conversation, I'm used to looking at you when we're having a conversation. Or just,
And I'm busy looking at the camera.
and you're just,
Yeah. Yeah. Communication is key, super key to our relationship and our friendship.
yeah.
Because it has built a lot of trust within us. And again, having an open conversation, you can be able to feel safe around me, and you can know also how I feel about something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, sometimes when you go lock up yourself in your room, I think I'm the guy who will be complaining.
Are you okay? After 1 minute, are you okay? I'm just like, Dad, please give me space.
Yeah.
I'm okay. If I'm not okay, I'll tell you. But it
Yeah.
works. You coming to tell me or to ask me, are you okay? Are you okay? As much as in the moment, I feel like, oh my God, it's annoying. Please leave me alone. Later on, I'll be like, oh, that was sweet. And also, if you didn't ask me if I'm okay, I'm just deal with my own demons. Then I'll be like, okay, it's fine. So I wouldn't even tell you, or I wouldn't ask for advice if you're not coming like to disturb me after every 1 minute,
Yeah.
So I think that is important as well.
Yeah.
And when it comes to conversation and just communication, not conversation, when it comes to communication, we are very open with each other, and you are very intentional about communication. It started from the word go. Every time you would meet me, or every time we would have a sit down to just have a conversation, you'd ask me about the most uncomfortable things. Then I thought they were very uncomfortable. Right now, they're normal to me. Like, for example, just asking me, so are you dating? I'll be like, why are you asking me if I'm dating? Like, as a father, you should not even know if I'm ever dating or if I'm going out with anyone. So those were very hard conversations to have. But right now, looking back, they were very important, because right now we are very open with each other, like too open sometimes. When I'm just talking to my friends in school and just sharing about our parents, I realize, oops, yeah, we are too open. Right, I can't tell my friends about this and this, because we'll be wondering, kwani nyinyi, you guys are weird. Like, you guys are weird. To some, they'll be like, yeah, I want to be like your dad. To some, it will be like, yeah, you guys are weird. You can't be telling your parent who you're dating, or how things are going in the relationship, or, oh, I'm going for a sleepover. You don't say. But for me, it's very easy, because you are intentional, and now I'm used to it. We just talk about anything and everything. Of course, we have our own boundaries.
Yes, and you, like, especially you have your
I'm the strongest. No. There are some things I won't share, of course. Because first of all, when it comes to things like boyfriends, you'll have your strong opinions. Because I'll come and describe, I won't tell my dad exactly who I'm dating, but I'll describe the characteristics of the person. Then as you'll just be like, where that one, you are turning your red flags into pink. You just need to do this. So without communication, it helps, but I have my strong boundaries, and like you, they're not as strong. But for me, you can't just know everything.
Yeah, and on top of that, one of the reasons I like this communication thing so much is because I want you to feel, appreciated. I feel it. Yeah, I want to encourage you in life, and also, give you affirmations, because you will wake up in the morning, and like today, I'll give you the example of when you're telling me about your makeup. And you kept on saying, oh, my makeup is not looking good.
Yeah.
But I have to, tell you, yeah, you're looking beautiful. You're looking great. I think you will keep on working on it until you perfect it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, the part for just showing you the world. I know when it comes to openness, yeah, some people would wonder, okay, why are you guys too open? But sometimes even in my work, I know I have carried you to do documentaries, which involve topics which are hard to discuss, like sex work.
Oh,
and yeah, you know, and when I'm filming this, when you come back home, you're thinking, oh my word.
And then they're sharing about? Things and you're like, you can have that. I'm like,
yeah. You know, they're sharing commodities and these people are really open.
For them, it's normal. They're like, yeah, you can have this. And my dad is like, yeah, you can actually have it. You can also try that.
Yeah, so knowledge is power. And I believe that when I give you that knowledge, you're able to choose, you know, and decide, okay, this is the direction I'm going to go. And actually, do you know, research says girls who are close to their dads actually end up getting married without going through things like teenage pregnancies.
Oh.
Yeah, they actually, well, let me just say that. Actually, most of them tend not to be promiscuous just because they're close to their dads. Because generally, your dad is the first man that you fall in love with, and everything he thinks, talks, walks, acts, you know, behaves, that is what shapes the daughters. So as dads, we have a really huge responsibility where, you know, you cannot be seen to be doing things like, you know, GBV, gender-based violence, you know.
Yeah.
We will end up just breaking our daughters because they will think that is the way men are supposed to treat women.
Yeah.
And that's why most of the times you see this notion of, you know, girls are said to be, they're attracted to bad guys, if I can just put it plainly.
Yeah.
But it's because what they see at home. You know, if you grew up seeing your dad being a drunkard, and when he comes back home, you know,
that's the first thing. Yeah,
the homestead is, you know, always full of fear because dad is around. Then that really shapes the daughter to feel and think and accept that is how men are supposed to be. So when they're getting married, they'll be thinking, okay, I just need to look for a chaotic dude.
Okay. Do you think having common interests help in building a friendship? In this case, our friendship.
Yes, common interests have really helped build our relationship.
To cut you short, for example, we are doing our podcast together because we all love cameras. We all love taking videos, photos.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think again, there you go with I think. Common interest. We need to.
We do not trust ourselves.
Common interests have really come in so you know perfectly to just fit in, you know, to gel this friendship because you are a very creative person. Although,
thank you.
Yeah. You're very creative, you know. You should check her out on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're just about to hit
20,000.
Yeah, followers.
I'm happy about that.
Oh, brilliant. Congratulations. You've worked hard for it.
Yeah.
Common interests have really played a key role because I know, like when you told me, Dad, I want a bike, you know, and I you know, we bought you a bike, and then that started now the evening rides. Yeah, and then we could use that also when we are stopping somewhere to take a break. We would talk about how things were going. You know, you tell me, oh, you don't love this is what you feel, like there's pressure here, these are the pain points, and I will do my best to solve them. So common interests, we have a lot of common interests. You love food, I love food. You know, we go out, you know, to eat. Yeah, and we will just bond over, you know, a glass of juice or just a nice, is it plate of lasagna from at cafe or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think common interests are very important.
You've made me become a sweet tooth.
No, really.
You have.
You've always been a sweet.
No, I don't think so. I don't see.
Yeah, but I think when I introduced you to chocolate fudge.
Yep, you introduced me to chocolate fudge, and who introduced me to salted caramel?
Your mom.
Yeah. Now all I think about is food, not just food. Chocolate fudge, salted caramel all the time. Anywho, so not to say that not having common interest is a bad thing. So if you don't have common interest with your kids, yeah, it happens. I'll be liking this and my dad is like, oh, no, I can't do that. But still, you get to support each other differently. For example, I see on TikTok, moms going, supporting their kids when it comes to running, football. So whether we have common interest or not, I think you can build friendship. But for us, it has become very easier because we have common interest. We film all the time. That's how we bond. We'll chill together. That's how we'll bond. So it's a bit easier.
Yes, it is.
Do you have anything else you want to add? Or if you have any advice to parents?
My thoughts are parenting a daughter is just like another kid. I don't want to...
Just like the opposite gender.
Yeah. It's always an evolving, kind of activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, today she wakes up feeling like you're the best friend. Tomorrow you become...
the enemy.
The enemy. So you have to...
Yeah.
From my experience, sometimes I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. But of course, you can never forget your role as a parent. You have to be firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the world is evolving a bit too fast right now for us to keep on sticking to the traditional ways of parenting. The way I was brought up, by my parents, I cannot bring her up the same way because between me and my parents, there was no communication that said, okay, I sit here, we discuss. It was taking orders, and I execute.
Yeah.
Until, even until recently, my dad always saw me like a little boy, and I'm well over my 40s. So it's important for us as parents to look at things which are going to build our kids,
Yeah.
and especially our daughters. And I'll give you an example of a movie we were watching, a documentary we were watching the other day called What Jennifer Did.
What did Jennifer do?
Oh, yeah, what did Jennifer do?
Oh my.
So it's important to watch such documentaries and as parents learn from them.
That is important, by the way. That documentary, if you've not watched it, even if you're not a parent, just go watch it because your kid will kill you for being tough on them.
Yeah. So it's important for us to be able to, mold our kids, but also understand there is the farthest we can push them. If we go too far, then we are creating a monster.
Yeah.
And that's why friendship, again, is very important. So me and my daughter here will continue with our family parliament, and we'll continue discussing things, and we'll continue having that open conversation. And of course, it will be all within a safe space.
Yeah. So for our viewers, what do you think about dad friendship or dad-daughter friendship? And if you have a kid, what do you think? Or if you're looking forward to having kids, what do you think? How do you think you're gonna do it? Do you feel like you'll want to be friends with your kids, or do you feel like we should keep to the tradition? And if you have anything you want to add on to this conversation, please feel free to just leave the comments. And yeah, that was it from us.
Yeah, this was exciting.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, like we say, this is a place where, we show love, we learn, and
we laugh
while at it.
Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this episode. We love you so much. Thank you for supporting. Please make sure you subscribe or please don't forget. Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And also, feel free to share.
Yes, share.
Okay.
Let's make this channel big, huge.
Yeah. So catch you on the next one. Bye.